Have you ever felt that knot in your stomach right before a piece of news that could change everything? Because today is exactly that kind of day, Houston Rockets fans. There's a major twist in the air, decisions splitting the fanbase, and a performance that's about to spark a serious debate. The season started blazing hot, and what went down in the last few games could reshape this team's future. So get your game face on, because nothing here is small. You won't believe what we've got today. So grab a seat, drop a like, and let's dive straight into the news. The mood at Toyota Center turned heavy after the loss to the San Antonio Spurs. It was a rivalry game, a statement game, a chance to prove the Rockets are ready to hang with the West's elite. But what we saw was a team completely out of sync and, even worse, without identity. The defensive intensity that became a calling card under Ime Udoka just didn't show up. The Spurs seized control, owned the glass, and dictated the pace, forcing Houston into silly mistakes and rushed decisions. And the fans felt that collective blackout in real time. Coach Udoka didn't pull any punches afterward. They beat us playing our own game. And that line hit the fanbase hard. Because it wasn't just tactical, it was mental. Fred VanVleet's injury has ripped open a wound the Rockets haven't healed. The lack of a floor general who can organize the offense and slow the game down when chaos hits. Here's the tough part. Reed Sheppard and Amen Thompson have all the talent, but they're still learning how to lead in real time. And in a conference packed with veteran teams, growing up fast is survival. During the game, the offense stalled out. Turnovers piled up, passes were forced, and the structure fell apart. Plan A, put creation in Alperen Sengun's hands, worked for stretches. He kept finding guys, creating space, adding that creativity that makes everything flow. But when Kevin Durant, clearly out of rhythm, missed chances and the threes refused to fall, the engine locked up. That's exactly the kind of situation VanVleet used to settle with experience and control. Without that presence, the Rockets lost their compass. But in the middle of the chaos, a spark shifted the conversation. Reed Sheppard. The rookie delivered what might have been his best NBA game so far. Cold-blooded, confident, with a mature feel, he attacked screens smartly, shot it clean, and was the only one who really put the Spurs defense on its heels. One great game doesn't fix everything, but it gives hope. The talent is real. What's missing is consistency and security, and that only comes with minutes and real responsibility. The post-game vibe was a mix of frustration and anticipation. Part of the fanbase started pushing for more minutes for Sheppard, while others demanded immediate fixes from Udoka. The coach, though, stayed steady, doubling down on development and refusing to sacrifice structure for speed. But let's be honest, the NBA doesn't wait. If the Rockets want to be taken seriously among the top teams, they need a plan B that works when Sengun and Durant can't save the night. And what's coming next might change more than just a rookie's spot in the rotation. If the Spurs game exposed weaknesses, it also revealed a name that's shifting the conversation in Houston: Reed Sheppard. With every game, the 20-year-old is showing something new, even as this team rides the ups and downs of finding balance. Against San Antonio, he posted 16 points, 6 assists, and 4 threes. Solid numbers, but the impact went way beyond the box score. He shot with confidence, ran the offense in stretches, and looked like the release valve Udoka's system has been missing. The big question isn't whether Sheppard is good, it's how much he should play. The Rockets are among the league's best in three-point percentage, but ironically, they take very few threes. That comes from an identity built around the paint, physicality, long possessions, and crashing the offensive glass. It fits when you've got Alperen Sengun and Amen Thompson punishing inside. But recent games have shown this model can get predictable against organized defenses. That's what happened versus the Spurs, and it could pop up again against the Bucks this weekend. Durant is also in an unusual stretch. Over the last 3 games, his efficiency dipped to around 35% and the turnovers have doubled. Credit to the defenses, sure, but there's another factor: spacing. When the paint is crowded, Durant has to force it through multiple bodies. That's where Reed Sheppard's case gains steam. The kid opens the floor, pulls defenders out of their comfort zones, and creates passing angles for Sengun. The math is simple. More shooters on the floor means more room for stars to operate. But like everything in Houston, it's not that simple. Sheppard is still the weak link on defense. Teams hunt the mismatch, and he's the one they target. Udoka preaches energy and physicality, and a 6'2" guard without much bulk complicates that identity. On the other hand, ignoring his offensive efficiency would waste a real weapon. The fanbase seems to have picked sides already. Social feeds are packed with calls for more minutes and some bold comparisons to elite shooters. Behind the scenes, the staff is studying new rotations. There's a scenario with Shepherd sharing the floor with Durant and Okaji, creating a more mobile perimeter look that's been tested quietly in practice this week. If it works, it could ease the load on Sengun and Thompson. And if that combo clicks, Houston might have found a new weapon for the West's big fights. But before anyone celebrates, there's a tough test coming that could define this shift. Because facing Giannis and company is the real maturity check for a team still evolving. Nothing about this was random. The loss to the Spurs exposed Houston's reliance on Sengun's creation and the lack of a guard to slow things down when chaos hits, compounded by 23 turnovers and 8 from Durant, a rare spike even for him, lighting up alarms in the locker room and the stands. At the same time, Reed Shepherd became the offensive barometer. 16 points, 4 of 7 from deep, and a clear upward trend suggests that more minutes could unlock the spacing Durant and Sengun need. Now it's your turn. Ramp up Shepherd's role despite the defensive issues. Essential tweak or risky move with the Bucks and other heavy hitters on deck. Drop a like, hit subscribe, and jump into the comments. This channel is Rockets Nation.